Welcome back, and shalom to you all. Brothers and sisters in Mashiach, in Ruach of Yahuwah. This is for all of those who are seeking to understand the truth, who seeks to unfold the mysteries behind the deception. I'm not a scholar. I'm nobody perfect. I'm nobody special. But I am somebody that Yahuwah has given the ability to discern deception. And in this documentary, which we are about to get into, you will be able to see the truth. We will begin at Section 1, Origin of the Unseen Realm, Part 1.1, Before the Beginning. A realm older than all that is seen. Before anything visible existed, before the blazing sun, before the moon, before the hosts of stars, before mountains or rivers, wind or breath, there already stood a realm older than the dust of the earth, older than the Gan, the garden of Eden, older than Adam and Chua, and older still than the rebellion that would one day shake both Shamaym and Aratz, the earth. This was the first creation, the original realm, the ordered domain crafted by Yahuwah Alua of Abram, Yitzhak, and Yaakov. The ancient Abrit Hebrew writings testify that this unseen realm was not an idea, a metaphor, a mystical abstraction, nor a philosophical construct. It was and remains an actual, functioning realm of existence, filled with life, hierarchy, song, intelligence, and purpose. Here, the first light shone. Here, the first voices rose in yada, praise. Here, the first decree of creation resounded. Here, the earliest harmony existed, long before the first shadow of rebellion. The throne before time. Before the foundations of the earth were laid, Yahuwah reigned in absolute majesty. No creature existed apart from his breath. No sound was heard unless the command of Yahuwah gave permission. No being possessed authority except what he entrusted to them. When the visible creation began, the unseen realm was already present, watching, learning, rejoicing. Rashyth, Genesis, chapter 1, verse 1. In the rashyth, Yahuwah fashioned the shamaym and the aratz. This verse marks the beginning of the visible world, not the beginning of existence itself. The unseen order preceded it. Humanity would later be shaped from the dust, but their design would reflect a realm older and greater than themselves, a realm already alive with purpose. The first beings in their appointed purpose. Before the first humans stood upright, the unseen realm was already populated with beings fashioned for service and esteem. Yahuwah created messengers, watchers, rulers, ministers of flame, spirits of service, guardians of mysteries. Each was given a station. Each was entrusted with a purpose. Each lived in dependence upon Hadabar, or the word of Yahuwah. They did not act independently. They moved at his command, learned by his instruction, and existed for his pleasure. Ayub, or Job, chapter 38, verses 4 through 7. Where were you when I laid the foundations of the Aratz? Declare if you know. Who set its measures or stretched the line upon it? On what were its foundations sunk, or who laid its cornerstone? When the morning stars sang together, and all the sons of Alua shouted for gladness. This reveals the unseen realm existed before the physical world. The morning stars and sons of Alua, rejoiced at Yahuwah's creation. Worship and order existed before Adan, or Eden. The unseen realm was already alive and functioning. The Council of the Unseen. The ancient writing speaks repeatedly of the Council of Yahuwah, a divine assembly of his appointed beings who observe, present themselves, and execute his decrees. This council is not symbolic. It is not allegorical. It is repeatedly recorded in the Tanakh, or original covenant, and in preserved early writings. 1. Malachim, or Kings, chapter 22, verses 19 through 22. I saw Yahuwah sitting upon his throne, and all the host of Shamaym standing by him. And Yahuwah said, Who shall entice Ahab? And one said this, and the other said that. This passage depicts Yahuwah seated upon his throne, the host of the Shamaym assembled, deliberation occurring, beings presenting counsel, authority delegated, and decisions enacted through the agents of the Shamaym. This was and is governance. This was and is administration. This was and is the unseen government of creation. The announcement that changed everything. In this realm, ordered, structured, filled with praise and service, Yahuwah made a revelation known only at his appointed moment. He would create a new being, a being of dust, a being shaped by his hands, a being animated by his breath, a being who would care for the Arats and rule it, a being who would walk with Yahuwah, a being who would be made in the likeness of Yahuwah. This decree shocked the host of the Shamaym. It was unlike anything they had witnessed. A creature lower than themselves, yet destined for dominion, made of dust, yet bearing the image of Yahuwah, earthly, yet appointed for esteem. Many watched in awe, many marveled, many rejoiced. But with one, high in rank, perfect in beauty, brilliant in radiance, the seeds of pride began to awaken. A plan that would one day shake both realms was set in motion. Adam was never an afterthought. The unseen realm understood the destiny of mankind before Adam existed. The hosts of the Shamaym had their mandate before Adam was planted. The conflict between righteousness and rebellion had already begun before the serpent ever approached 𐤄𐤄. The testimony of Hadabar affirms humanity's intended role. Tahalim, or Psalms, chapter 8, verses 4 through 6. What is man that you remember him, and the Son of Man that you visit him? You made him a little lower than the mighty ones, yet you crown him with esteem and splendor. You made him to rule over the works of your hands. This verse reveals humanity's assigned honor, the intended relationship between mankind and the unseen realm, a destiny known in Shamaym long before Adam's feet touched the soil. The stage is set. The unseen realm existed before time was measured, before matter was shaped, before the Gan, or Garden of Eden, was planted, before rebellion took form, before Adam and 𐤄𤄄 lived even a single moment. To understand mankind's story, we must understand the world that came before mankind. To understand the fall, we must understand the rebellion that preceded it. To understand Yahusha's mission, we must understand the cosmic conflict that made redemption necessary. This is where the true beginning lies. This concludes section 1.1.1, Before the Beginning, and continues into 1.1.2, The Ordered Harmony of the Unseen Realm, where we will unfold the details of the throne and the hierarchy of the unseen order, as well as the response to the announcement which Yahuwah gave to the realm.